guys, in this video I'll be sharing with you how I make my loaded mashed potato bowl. It's so filling, so comforting, and I want to share with you guys how I make this. Starting off with a freshly cleaned potato. Medium-sized pieces work best, they boil faster, and I find that it takes a lot less effort to peel the skin off. While I was cutting up my potatoes, I already had 2 cups of boiling salt water on the stove. I'm just going to go ahead and place the potatoes in the water while I begin to prep my chicken patty. I personally like to use the Boca spicy chicken veggie patty. They taste so good. If you guys have not tried them, I strongly recommend giving them a try. You get 4 in a box for $5 depending on where you pick them up from. And this is what they look like up close. After I pop that in the oven, I then like to go ahead and start working on my homemade gravy mix. Now you definitely can find a vegan brown gravy at the store. I just personally forgot to pick it up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make a homemade gravy. I like to start off by using 4 tablespoons of flour, adding in 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of mushroom seasoning that I picked up from my local Asian grocery store. I also like to use a dash of salt and pepper and some ground nutmeg for extra seasoning. Now, if you're not a nutmeg fan, you can definitely skip out on this, but it definitely adds the flavor for me. After I've mixed all my dry seasonings together, I then like to whisk them with a fork and set them aside. I'll also be using the Earth Balance soy-free vegan butter spread. I like to take a generous amount because it tastes so good, you guys. This butter is amazing. And I like to let the butter melt down a bit, and then I take the vanilla flavored almond milk and I add a dash to the butter to add a rich flavor. It just adds that extra touch. If you don't have almond milk, you can definitely substitute this for soy milk. Once the milk and the butter has mixed together, I slowly add in the dry seasonings for the gravy and I stir that together until it thickens and starts to look like gravy. And while the gravy is simmering, I'm just gonna go ahead and start removing the skins from the potatoes. I like doing it this way opposed to peeling your potatoes before you boil them because I feel like you use a lot less effort after they're already boiled. Once all of the potatoes have been peeled, I like to go in with my hand and a fork and just mash the potatoes together, adding in a little bit of that almond milk to help with the process. I then like to add in my frozen sweet corn and sweet peas to my potatoes while they're still on the stove top to help defrost them. Now that my chicken patty is done baking, I like to cut the patty up in chicken bite sizes. The way you cut your chicken patty up is all up to your personal preference. I like to cut up a fresh spring onion, but it's totally optional as I know some people do not like onions, but I think they add an extra bit of flavor and they look really pretty on top of your food. Once the onions are chopped up, I then like to assemble everything together. I start off with adding a nice hearty amount of potatoes. Then I like to add the chicken on top, followed by the gravy, and lastly the spring onions. And I'll catch you guys in my next video.